In infographic marketing, how do you plan, create, and succeed? Infographics are a popular marketing tool for brands that want to educate their customers about various topics. The use of infographics is not just limited to blog posts and images on social media pages, but they can also be used in email newsletters as well. This type of content has proven effective for increasing awareness among potential consumers because it combines vivid imagery with concise text teaching them the information at hand. Infographic marketing, the ultimate guide, will teach you how these graphics work and discuss some ways you could include them into your own strategy. While infographics have been around for quite a while, their popularity has increased in the past few years. In fact, they are utilized by some of the biggest names online to help get across important messages and attract new audiences. Infographics can be used as links on social media sites like Facebook and Twitter, or even shared with your friends through email chains. Infographic design is not easy, which makes them hard to create, but if done correctly it will keep people engaged longer than just text alone would, because visual images stay fresh in our memories much better. We soon realized that there was potential for infographics to increase brand awareness after seeing how well researched and expertly designed these were, examples of many. Great infographics can be a powerful content marketing tool. They're 3 times more common than other types of visuals, and offer advantages like grabbing attention quickly with their visual appeal. Mobile devices have led to shorter attention spans. It's easier for audiences to respond positively when given an infographic on the topic they care about, rather than reading paragraphs or pages worth of text that would take much longer to get through. It is important not only to create shareable content but also to give your audience value by providing information in easy-to-digest formats such as infographics. Infographics are a great way to get your message out there. You should start by researching the topic and creating the content, but selecting an infographic style can be tricky. There are instructional infographics that show you step by step how to complete tasks or progress through life events such as childbirth, marriage ceremonies, etc., whereas other types of graphics might just have examples showcasing different things in each category, like flowers, types, cars, models, actresses/actors, styles. Once you decide on what type is best for your industry, it will help make starting this process much easier. Infographics have a number of benefits. They are visual, concise, and easy to understand. They can be shared with social media followers in seconds or minutes, which helps companies grow their following on these sites. Visual. Lee is the most popular site for creating infographics, but other great sources like NerdGraph also exist, as well as some tools that make it even easier, including Google Trends tool that lets you find trending topics within your industry by searching keywords related to your niche, such as infographics, so you know what's hot right now, and BuzzSumo, where content creators share successful content strategies through case studies, making them more likely trends because people want do-it-yourself guides. Then Dig, which provides information about viral news stories from across the web, all based around. If you're looking for some new, creative content to post on social media or your blog, why not go back into the past and revive old but still engaging content? Have a look through any white papers from the last few years that were popular with customers, as well as older presentations that might be getting lost in all of those more recent ones. Give an infographic another try if it's been a while since you tried one out. These are actually excellent methods of communicating customer survey data. If none of this sounds like what you need, then how about taking a different angle? There are times when controversy can be a benefit for engagement. Stronger responses arise with the presence of 2 opposing points, and this is one reason why our favorite infographic illustrates veganism. It's both highly emotive and highly polarizing. In recent years, infographics have slowly been replaced by other media formats such as videos or GIFs that admittedly provide more visual stimulation than static images, but it has also come to light that these types of visuals may not always create engaging content, since they typically lack dialogue or captions in order to engage audiences further on an emotional level, which could make them seem like a waste of time. When it comes to infographics, research is your best friend. Make sure you're well versed on the subject so that you can create a dependable and credible infographic for your company, otherwise, it will be quickly dismissed. Statistics and facts are also an important part of any quality infographic. It should have plenty of evidence to back up its claims, or else no one will read past the first few statistics before giving up in frustration or boredom. Visual communication can help communicate data within companies as long as there's solid support from reliable sources behind them, which leads us to some final tips about sourcing when designing content marketing assets like infographics. Make sure they come with numbers. You never know what people may find interesting until their eyes you. If you are building an infographic about poverty in developing nations, there is no shortage of data sources for this. The World Bank provides statistics on wealth distribution and debt service payments by country. Globase has a database that offers information on specific cities or areas based on their continents measure, Africa, Asia and the Pacific Islands, as well as some global measures such as GDP per capita. Google Trends can indicate increased interest in any topic, including your research subject. This may help to identify when it would be best to release your infographic so people will see it. For instance, if someone searches poverty at 10 p.m. estate, they might want more recent stats than those from 2 months ago. Finally, one awesome resource not covered yet, academic. A good infographic should be entertaining and readable. Quotes can make a boring text more interesting, so take the time to find well-known or humorous quotes from experts in your field. The footer of an infographic is important for providing information about sources. Keep it short and concise by including only what's necessary for readers to rely on them as credible evidence. Best of all, when you hire a copywriter with design skills or an infographic creator to craft your text for you, they come at no extra charge. Empirical data is the best basis for infographics and should be. Quotes can give an element that gives them more dimension. After gathering interesting facts and stats, it's time to create a compelling story. Visual thinking. Visual thinking is required in order to make great infographic copy. Texts must support visual elements but shouldn't detract from them either. This requires someone skilled who has experience creating infographics, or else costs are not increased. Creating an infographic may seem daunting at first, but the following steps will help you create a graphic that can convey any message. The best way to start is by thinking about what your audience needs and wants from this information. It's important for readers of infographics to be able to take something away with them after reading it, so make sure there are strong points throughout the piece that they'll remember. To avoid confusing or overwhelming people who view your infographic, limit yourself to only one central idea per page. An infographic is an excellent tool for both education and entertainment. It's important to think about your purpose when designing one, as this will help you come up with the most engaging design possible. The best way to do that is by reverse engineering content so it flows smoothly from point A, the introduction, through points B, Z in a logical progression while leaving no gaps or confusing transitions between sections of information. Your headline should make an immediate impression on viewers but also answer any questions they may have regarding what their eyes are seeing immediately below it before diving into more detail further down the page or article layout. A good tip when you're writing out text: be sure not only to keep sentences short and concise but plan them ahead. An infographic is a great way to present data in an engaging and creative manner. But your efforts can come undone with one typo or misused punctuation mark. Proofread the text for spelling errors, misplaced commas, and typos before you take it to print so that readers are able to easily move through sections of your work without stumbling over any mistakes. To make this process more manageable, proofreading should be broken into smaller chunks, just like the formatting on our website. We have separated posts out by subject matter, making them easy to find when needed, so why not do something similar with an article? On a typical day, you have to decide whether or not your design is going to be seen by the world. You may think that spelling errors don't matter in an infographic because it's designed for people who can read them anyway. However, if you're publishing something on social media without checking over every word first and end up with many typos in one spot of text, this won't fly. Once mistakes are made like these, they ruin everything else around it too long as someone notices, which isn't always guaranteed. Another set of eyes will help prevent things from getting out there faster than planned, so be sure about what kind of design style suits best before jumping into creating visuals with graphics software programs such as Adobe Illustrator CC. Are you a designer who needs to create an infographic? If so, it is important that your infographics have plenty of space. This way readers will be able to navigate the information easily and quickly without getting lost in its chaos. You should also make sure that there are enough visual elements or text boxes on each page for viewers not only to scroll down but up as well. An ideal size would be around 800, 1000 pixels wide with vertical content if needed. However, this can present problems when sharing large graphics because people might accidentally cut off pieces of vital data from their copy and pastes, or even worse, stretch them out into strange shapes like some kind icky Picasso painting they found at Walmart. Not cute. Fonts and colors. Avoid bright colors if your infographic deals with serious topics like poverty and mental illness. Use earthy, muted tones for infographics that focus on the environment. Contrast is acceptable, but stay away from overly saturated or clashing colors, as they can quickly make an infographic look jarring to read. Color lovers have a great color scheming tool where you can choose different schemes depending on what topic you're covering, so all of the fonts fit in nicely together without looking messy. Consistency in the text is essential. It's crucial not to use more than 3 fonts, because this will only distract readers from taking anything else about your graphic seriously, or even reading any other parts at all. This doesn't necessarily mean that you should use the same fonts for your company. Your infographic shouldn't be a promotion of your company, but rather something valuable to your audience. Data transfer. Pie charts and bar graphs can be used to communicate data in infographics if they are compatible with the infographic style. You can also do this thing in other ways as well. An experienced designer could transform icons related to topics into visualizations like clocks or gauges on dashboards using colors from existing corporate logos. Some practical applications include: the human brain is more able to grasp information quickly when we read it horizontally instead of vertically, so set up tables accordingly. An engaging way to make people pay attention? Icons. You can find many vector art options for your infographic by doing a quick search on Shutterstock. Although some infographic sets may be more expensive than others in the short term, you might find them more affordable over time because you will use the same elements for multiple infographics. Originality is key. You can still use icons that are compatible with the infographics design if they are. You should consider purchasing licenses and not buying cheap icons. Branding. It is not necessary to brand the infographic. Instead, add your logo and website address to the footer of the infographic with the source information. This will make it easy for readers to find your website, regardless of whether other people have reposted it or not. Promotion. These tips will help increase engagement once your infographic is complete. Optimizing landing pages. It should be as easy as possible to navigate your landing page. Your infographic can be enhanced with social media buttons so that people can share it on their preferred platforms: Google+, Pinterest, and Facebook. Some quotes that you found in the infographic can be added to your landing page. This will allow people to share the most relevant information. An HTML embed code can be provided to your readers underneath the infographic so that they can display it on other sites. Infographic directories. Infographic directories want to share your infographics with their readers. This will allow you to have more visitors. Before you submit an infographic, make sure to read the submission guidelines for each site. Blogger outreach. Bloggers are always searching for visually appealing, high-quality content that is relevant to their audience. You should be able to find similar articles on Google if the infographic topic is interesting to others. To get in touch with the authors of each article, write to them. It is possible to tell them you found their article while doing research. Ask them if you would like an infographic about a similar topic. This is not an offer for your infographic to be republished. This is a request to you to provide a hyperlink. They will be impressed by the visual content that you provide. You can also pitch them to republish the infographic if they are interested. Your pitch will be accepted if you include a unique guest blog to go with the infographic. Email. Send an email to your list with a thumbnail of your infographic and a link. People will be more inclined to visit your website to view your infographic. They will be more likely to share your infographic via the readily available social media buttons. The infographic should relate to your products or services. The right pages will be found by your readers. Social media. Share the infographic via Twitter or Facebook by including a thumbnail image and a link to your landing page. You can customize each thumbnail to suit the needs of different social media platforms. The infographic link can be shared multiple times with different thumbnails. To increase Twitter engagement, use the appropriate hashtags. Instagram suggests that you divide up your infographic because of its limited dimensions. You can also create your own YouTube video which scrolls through each section. This option is ideal for video editors who are skilled in editing. SlideShare is another way to share your infographic as a SlideShare presentation. It is best to inform your designer before you use your infographic outline. In your infographic, mention experts via Twitter. They might be open to reposting the infographic. Direct marketing is all about making money quickly. Content marketing is about making money fast. However, it's based on the belief that content with more quality will build trust and credibility for your brand. This leads to more conversions. It is important to realize that brand recognition and sustainable revenue are not something you can achieve overnight. The ability to create great content is key to your success in the digital age. Research shows that 73% of content creators intend to make engaging content their top priority over the next year. Visual content will be prioritized by 55%. As long as you are trying to make an impact on your audience, infographics can help. 9 Unconventional books changed my life must read. Art of Possibilities. Start with Why. The 4 Agreements. The 5 a.m. Club. 5. Can't Hurt Me. Alchemist. Daring Greatly. Start Where You Are. Atomic Habits.